Hello and welcome to Snowrunner Console Mods. Today we're having a quick look at the DND Striker. Now this was built by Iceberg 101 and it's just had a revamp. A few days ago he did just changed a lot of stuff on it. Lowered the RAM is the main thing, where that was the main issue with this one. The RAM was pretty high and now it's been lowered. Now the model itself was a very high poly model from the start. It was like 1,000,000 polys and it went into the game, and that's why it looks as it does. It looks fantastic. Now I won't go into the garage to go through some of the options because I've already done a video on that quite a while back, and we're just going to have a little drive around in it today. I just wanted to show you a few of the things he's changed, where he's added the extra lights on the back and whatever. We've got the gooseneck, so let's pop the gooseneck on the back and we go and put it through its paces. Now if you're not familiar with Iceberg 101, he builds awesome mods, fantastic mods. Detail is amazing. He is a perfectionist, so if you asked him, are you happy with this, he'll always say yeah, it'll be all right. And this one was never meant to be. It came about, didn't plan on doing this one, it just came about. He got hold of a model and he just decided to build it. Now Crazy Fool has also built another one of these, slightly different, and it just goes to show you the difference in how a modder can, you know, just changes it and it looks a totally different truck. Really, it's the same model and whatever. I'll do a video on that in the next couple of days. So let's load this bad boy up, and I'll tell you what, let's put some weight on the back. I've got the top engine and whatever you on it. Now one of the things he's done is added the light bar on the top, and he's also got the other lights on there, which I'll show you. Let's go into the dark, and look at that, looks fantastic, doesn't it? Really nice, fair bloody play. The detail what Iceberg goes to is always absolutely amazing. Now how bright are these lights? Bang, just like that, they are bloody bright, fair play. So let's turn it back to the daytime and go and have a little run around the proving ground. Now I've got the towing option on this one, as the suspension is a little bit higher, and then as soon as you put the gooseneck on, when it's loaded, and then it drops it down and it sort of stays pretty level, because you can see now the truck is pretty level, but as soon as you take off that gooseneck, the back end will raise up slightly. Let's put the all-wheel drive on, it was on, and see how it gets on. Now the feedback we've had off this one already has been brilliant, really has. There's a lot of people, because this is probably one of his most popular mods. He's had the most amount of downloads for, and a lot of people, they love the mod but they couldn't keep it because of the RAM. So I'll show you what the RAM's like now I'm show you on PS5. Now the overall file size has got a lot smaller, and the RAM has as well. You can see it still uses about a third on the RAM, but so it is still quite high for what it is, but that's down to the quality of the modder and all the add-ons available for it. But at least it has been optimized to the best it can be, and this will continue with all other mods in the future. Right, so as you see, the RAM is reduced significantly. Now when he first built this, he obviously didn't know what he knows now, and this is what we're all working. It's what 808 modding is all about, is optimizing mods for console, because all our mods will come to console, simple as that. And he's pretty much the same way. Iceberg is a owner of 808 modding, and he also owns Delta modding. And what we do with the 808 modding, we get side projects what he helps us on, and then with Delta modding, they are just ones he's done all on his own. And you see this thing absolutely pulls with no issues whatsoever. Let's go and put it through a little bit of mud. Now he's got these new rims on as well, and I think they came off the Hummer. Did they come off the Hummer? But it makes it look really nice. Let's go to a bit of low, diff lock on, and then hopefully, I'll tell you what, we're going to get stuck here, aren't we? That is not having it whatsoever. Okay, perhaps those tyres weren't the best ones for mud. Now these are the all-terrain tyres, so that's a bit better. Let's get a bit moving. A lot of time over in the proving grounds. If you get stuck, then it just sinks down a little bit, and then you are screwed. You really are. So let's knock it up to low plus. I thought we were going to have a hell of a job then. I really did. Now this one is a PC only, so there's no files in there for PC whatsoever. Sorry, it's not PC only, it's console only. So there's no packs for PC in this. If you want the PC version, then you'll have to give Iceberg a message, and he will add you to the private version, as he hasn't released that one to the general public. But all in all, it's nice to see him going over his mods. He has got quite a few mods to go through. I know a lot of you have been asking about the taco. He will get round to doing the taco, as like I said earlier, is when we first started, the way we were doing textures and everything else, they took up a lot of RAM, and now with the well, everyone's learning to optimize stuff, doing things different ways, and the RAM is now a lot lower, so you can use it a lot more. Whereas a lot of time, if you pick this one, you could only have like one other mod with it, and now you can have quite a few. So all good. But let me know in the comments how you've been enjoying the DND Striker, as the downloads for it have just skyrocketed since the last update. Let's go into a low with a bit of diff, and hopefully we can get moving again. This is the trouble, you stop. I'll tell you what, let's reverse up a little bit, because as soon as you get in a hole a little bit, you do struggle, and not too fast. Hang on a minute. The worst thing with this bit here is there is no winch points. We are in diff. Let's go in low, diff lock on, and hopefully we can pull ourselves through. We're not with that bloody winch anyway. I wish they'd get rid of these bloody small winch positions, which they were originally meant to be only for a scout, but they don't seem to do scouts. They don't seem to do anything. And we've got the bloody thing stuck. And you can see it's not overpowered whatsoever. Not whatsoever. I'll tell you what, let's get rid of that winch, and then hopefully we can get... Wow, what's going on here then? Now, has it extended the range? Because it certainly looks like we never used to have that much range on the winches, as is something I've always tried to get him to do, but a lot of time he likes what he does, and he's like, no, I'm not changing that, I'm not changing this, I like it to be balanced. But longer winches, I think, is something we all could do with. I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to winch. Let's get it on the back, because as soon as we get that out, as soon as we get it moving, it'll be fine. Because we're in diff, aren't we? Yes, we are. Come on, baby. There we go. Oh, shit. There we go. Get out of that mud. So it will get the job done, and you will get stuck. But that is what he's all about with making his mods. He never makes his mods OP whatsoever. Never will do. It's just one of those things. He just likes to make a nice balanced vehicle, and that he does very well. Let's knock it up to low plus, get a bit of speed moving, and then half the time you don't sink in, because that is half the issue. You sink into the mud, and then you're buried up to the axles and you ain't going anywhere. And I'm bloody stuck again. And I'll tell you what, I've got no winch positions, have I? No visible winch positions whatsoever. Bugger! I'll tell you what, let's just remove that cargo, and that might help. That might lift us up a little bit more. Yeah. That's what it was. Now I have got the off-road gooseneck, which has got the higher, the bigger tyres on. He has just updated the goosenecks, as they were having some issues where they weren't connecting, so you shouldn't have any problems with it whatsoever from here on in. Righto, that's it with the DND Striker, which has been optimised for console. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know in the comments how you get on with the Striker, because I've already seen there's a lot of people, it's their go-to vehicle now, as the RAM is very low, so they can use it a lot more. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Goodbye.